Hey, hello. Welcome back to the Sunday Serving channel, where you come every week for a message of hope and inspiration from the gospel. You know, spiritual food, corn, the manna of life. So juicy. Of course, it's better when it's boiled. Remy, want some corn? Anyways, to our message. So there's so much life and hope when we turn to Jesus, when we turn to the Gospels and read His ministry, His message, how He drew people to Himself and inspired them, gave them what they needed, really fed them. And He refers to all those people that He healed, the sick, the ones that were demon-possessed, the lepers, the masses of people. He referred to that as the harvest, you know, just like this cornfield here, and the broccoli plants up there. The world is full of people. That's all God's harvest. So there's a wonderful passage after a lot of those miracles where Jesus called His 12 together, the disciples, and He sent them out and He gave them the strength, the authority, the message of what to bring to people. And that's what we need today, is that same message, that same mandate, that same harvest. We need to be workers in a harvest. So here, let's read that story from the Gospel of Matthew. Got to find it here. Matthew, end of chapter 9. It said, Jesus went through all the towns and villages, teaching in their synagogues, proclaiming the good news of the kingdom, and healing every sickness and disease. And when He saw the crowds, He had compassion. There it comes again, compassion. What is that? A deep feeling of love, of longing for freedom, for true life, for help. So He had compassion on them because they were harassed and helpless, like sheep without a shepherd. So all the people, He described them as harassed, helpless, just like if you have a flock of sheep. Sometimes there's sheep back in that field over there, but I don't see any. Sheep without a shepherd. Without a shepherd, the sheep get lost. Maybe the wild animals will get them, or they get diseased and no treatment for it. Their wool gets too long. Kind of happens to us too if we don't have a bit of tending. Well, let's go on from the gospel here. Then He said to His disciples, "The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few." The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. We look around this farm, there's a couple workers over there. There's a lot of harvest. So even here that's true. Lots to do, but not tons of people to do it. Jesus goes on, "Ask the Lord of the harvest, therefore, to send out workers into His harvest field." So He's telling His disciples, ask the Lord to send workers into that harvest field. Here they come in a tractor. Back in those days, it would have been by donkey, I guess. But I like this part. Then it goes right into chapter 10. And it says, Jesus called His 12 disciples to Him and gave them authority to drive out impure spirits and to heal every disease and sickness. So He gave them this authority to heal diseases just like He had done, to drive out impure spirits. He gave them the authority. You go and do this for me. You go and tend to the flock. You go out into the harvest field. Then it goes on here. It gives the names of the 12. It's always good to be reminded of that. Here's the names of the 12 apostles. First, Simon, who is called Peter, and his brother Andrew. James, the son of Zebedee, and his brother John. Philip and Bartholomew. Thomas and Matthew, the tax collector. James, son of Alphaeus and Thaddeus. Simon the Zealot, and Judas Iscariot, who betrayed Him. These 12 Jesus sent out with the following instructions. So let's listen to these instructions. What did Jesus tell the apostles, the disciples? when he sent them out. Here it is. Do not go among the Gentiles or enter any town of the Samaritans. Go rather to the lost sheep of Israel. So at that point, Jesus sent the disciples to his people, to the chosen people, to the lost tribes of Israel. Later on, he sent out to the whole world, to everybody. But here, this is the important part. As you go, proclaim this message. This message. The kingdom of heaven has come near. So that was the message. Simple message. The kingdom of heaven has come near. What does that mean? The kingdom of heaven has come near. Kingdom of heaven, that's like God is ruler, there's nothing wrong. Everything is beautiful and perfect, there's no sickness. And Jesus is saying the kingdom of heaven has come near, here, to them, to us now. It's close. Where is it? Right behind us? Is it near in the sky? Is it near in our hearts? Is it near in our neighbor? That's a good question to think about. So that's the message. The kingdom of heaven has come near. Then he goes on telling them what to do. Heal the sick. Raise the dead. Cleanse those who have leprosy. Drive out demons. Wow. So he told them this is why they needed the power from Jesus, from the Spirit, is to do these things, to heal the sick, to raise the dead, to drive out demons, to heal those with leprosy. Then this last sentence in this section, in this instructions here, it says, "Freely you have received, freely give." Isn't that beautiful? So Jesus gave to everybody freely, whether they deserved it or not. If they came and asked to be healed, he healed them. If they had the faith, he healed them. And he's telling his disciples, I think he's telling us, freely you have received, freely give. So there's lots to do out there, whether it's these fields or the wider fields of the world. If we believe in Jesus, we want to be his followers, his disciples. Let's be willing to go out into that harvest field and do this. All it is the kingdom of heaven is near, and just like Jesus gave to you, to me, we should give to others. Our love, our attention, and maybe that is what it, how can we heal the sick and raise the dead and drive out demons and heal those with leprosy? Maybe we don't have great enough faith to actually do that, but what does that actually mean? If we heal the sick, isn't that the same as just giving a cup of water or a friendly word, uplifting the spirit of someone who's down or someone who's sick? That's a form of healing. Maybe God will grant the full healing. Raising the dead. What is dead? You ever seen someone that's just lost hope? That is living a bad life? Isn't that a form of death? Raise the dead. It's bringing a new life or a new attitude by our love, by our attention. So raising the dead can mean a lot of different things. Driving out impure spirits by having God's Spirit in our hearts. So I think all those mandates that Jesus sent out, the 12, they're there for us today. God needs workers in the field, so let's get at it. And God bless you all. Remy, are we going to go out in the field? Remy, come here. We'll see if she's interested in some of this harvest. But God bless you. Have a wonderful week.